kids who are not so excited about sitting in a 45-minute class, but have so many questions about everything and want to learn about everything. So I really think that it could go two ways. Like for a kid who traditional school maybe isn't working for, who maybe needs a little bit more one-on-one attention, but also a kid who is a good student, but just wonders, like, I learned this in math class, how do I apply this? How can I start my own business? How can I build a house? What is global warming? How can I help? I think it really can go to any kid who's curious.
Small, really small school, and what I'm super excited about is to help kids realize that they can actually learn things deeply, learn things quickly, and become experts at something that maybe they felt they weren't experts at before.
And some kids really were so lacking in confidence that they needed to sit with me to practice and to get the constant feedback of yes, that's right. Which in a traditional school, when you have 30 kids in a class, you can't sit with 10 of them and say, that's right, that's right, that's right. And that might just be what a kid needs to hear. Which is a teacher's dream, to not run out of time and to be able to address questions or even go further, right? If kids want to learn more about something, you never want to say, no, we're not going to read about that today. We don't have time. And now we don't have to. So they're able to sort of indulge themselves in whatever they're interested in too.
Just like the joy, the humor, their interest in really specific things, right? And how I think kids naturally at that age really love this idea of going deep on a topic, which is something we really want to bring to our school. Becoming obsessed with some idea and having the space and the support and other people around who are cheering you on to learn as much as you can about that thing.
Between having 100 kids and having 6 kids is crazy. And I think something that I learned this year is that you can really just take the kids' lead and run with it. And even if some of the kids don't think they're necessarily interested in going deep in a certain topic, if their peers are excited and then they realize, oh, this is really cool, I can do this, they just really dive in and want to help each other and want to learn more. And my kids always say when we're working on experiential learning or project-based learning, they're like, well, this isn't school, this is fun. Well, but it is school and you're learning. Just needed some more feedback, and they just needed some one-on-one time, and they just needed to see oh, I can do this. They also know they can always come to me and say hey, Lucy came home today and she was feeling a little bit sad. Did something happen? Which I think is really important too in middle school, because kids have so many feelings, and what they tell their parents might be a little bit different than what they tell their teacher or what they're showing with their friends. So I think that communication loop is just so tight and so appreciated on both sides, that it's way different than even having 10 advisees. Which has been great. And they like to play basketball and soccer. Sometimes they'll just take their imaginary games outside, and then they'll continue their fan fiction games outside.
The kind of resources and what the community has to offer in terms of trips, and linking that to the learning that's happening in the classroom, and linking that to what students want to learn about too.
Ever had. Mostly because they don't just have to listen to the teachers, but the teachers are going to listen to them too. And that change is just something that they won't experience anywhere else.